Welcome to this playthrough of Martyr, Bloody Theater 1528. We're going to be playing a 4-player game tonight. My name is John, this is Ryan, and we have Andy and Matthew. We're going to be playing tonight without a detailed teaching of the rules. There is a link to a 22-minute video of how to play. That's posted in the description below. Feel free to watch that and come back to join us here. And if you have any questions, post them below and I will answer them. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. So in Martyr, Bloody Theater 1528, we are taking on the role of radical reformers in the 16th century, and we have defied authorities with our rebellious and religious ways, and subsequently we've been sentenced to public execution. We are prepared to continue to spread our message, even as our final act, by influencing the audience and their allegiance to state church doctrines, the ones that got us in trouble in the first place. We're going to be doing this by managing our dwindling breaths to shape the message that we each want to proclaim, and game-wise, acquiring what we need to multiply our points in order to win. Now, why would this be fun, a game about execution? Well, the fun part is watching other players help deliver you towards victory with their performance while being careful to not do the same for them. The game is going to end when any one of us runs out of our breath cubes in the 4th phase of the game. Game takes place over 4 phases. In each phase, we will be answering a question. In the intention phase, we're going to ask, which doctrine tile do I intend to get this round? In the 2nd phase, the perform phase, where should I place my breath cubes to prepare to get that doctrine tile? The 3rd phase is the response phase. Where should I move the spirit marker to claim those tiles? And the 4th phase is inhale and endure, and that's essentially cleaning up and doing it all over again. The one accommodation we're making for this video is this is the spirit marker, this transparent disc, but it doesn't show up very well on video, so we're using this white game piece as the spirit marker for the video recording. Alright, so presuming you've watched the how to play video and you understand what we're doing, otherwise you can just watch and we'll go through the first round kind of speaking through our actions openly to give a little bit of indication of what we're doing. So let's go through the intention phase first, where we will be determining which doctrine tile we intend to get this round. And why not? We'll be placing these face down and revealing simultaneously. We each get one, but the person in 4th place for turn order gets to place down 2, and that's going to be green, or Matthew this time. Alright, and then we reveal our cards. Oh boy. Looks like we got a lot of similars. That's the end of the intention phase. Now the perform phase, where we're answering where should we place our breaths in order to prepare to get those tiles, and we'll do this in turn order. So red, which is Ryan, will go first.
Alright, I will start by doing a prayer. Church authority. And I will support, and I will do that at a level of 4.
Alright, so you also get your allegiance tile for that. In order to win, in order to score for each doctrine, you need an allegiance tile, a matching doctrine tile, and an achieved value, which we'll see as the game progresses. So red is done. Now it is yellow, which is Andy.
Snatch the other same one before it gets too late.
Here's your prayer cube for that.
It's a little too, thank you. It gets a little too low. And I'm also supporting 6. I'll support at a level of submission. 6.
I'm going to move the turn tracker there. And that's me then. Well, let's see. I'll have to get here eventually, so I'll put a breath on the hymn. And Matthew.
I'll pray. And put one of my tiles here at level 4.
Move the turn tracker also.
Alright, back to Ryan.
All right. I will put a breath on this hymn.
Move turn tracker. Andy.
I'm sorry, can you read those?
Oh yes, the sermon cards
Down, so.
are move the martyr at the first stake to the last stake, switch stakes with the second stake, and switch stakes with the first stake.
Boy, if I switch with Ryan, he'll get to just go again right behind me.
Yeah. I switch it right back.
That's interesting. You know what? I'm gonna do another prayer.
Okay.
Smash this while
Go
it's still
for it.
10.
Here's your prayer cube.
Thanks. And that's,
Support or condemn that.
well, that's condemn. I'll support here at 4. Alright. And
Back to me then. Well, for the first stake, last stake, yellow. 1, 2. Okay. Let's stakes with the first stake. I think I'll try this one. Switch stakes with the first stake. That goes 2 breaths. So I'll switch with the first. Moves Ryan back. Turn marker follows me. And then it's Andy again.
alright, oops. I'm gonna take this one. Lock in my spot in the front of the row. There.
What's that switch? What's that move to the front?
Yep. So that just moves you back, right? Did I do that right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's your turn. Should we just play a solo game here, John?
Just you and I to get it. It's all of a sudden 2-player. Okay, great. Well, kind of want this to be at this level, but everybody else has that also, so maybe they'll do that work to get that there. Kind of okay where everything is at. I've got 2 breaths left. Want to save those, so actually maybe I'll pass. Ryan.
All right. I will spend 2 breaths on this sermon. Thank you. And I will switch stakes with the second stake.
I'm right back where I started again.
And
Matthew.
so then the turn passes to Matthew.
So I'll add a breath to this hymn.
Andy.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Ryan.
I will add a breath to this prayer.
Wow, it's crowded down there.
And let's just check my card here. So I support
Make sure.
at the acceptance level there.
Dang, all the 10s are not right. Moves up. Matthew.
So I'll add a breath to this hymn here. And back to Ryan.
And I will pass.
I'll add a breath to this hymn, and then a breath to this hymn.
Oh! Okay. All right.
Jeez.
So that harms us because
Really?
you see at the end of this phase. So and then you pass. Yeah.
Yep.
No more to do. So that's the end of the perform phase. So now the response phase, where we look at where should I move the spirit marker to claim the tiles, and in order to claim the tiles, we're going to see which of these intention cards we placed match the last hymn that was sung. So it is Just War and State-Controlled Church. If there's not those, they go face down, which is all of them
Everybody except Matthew.
One Matthew's. Very unkind of Matthew. However, we might be able to get some spectators with these sermons. We'll see. So first is Andy.
Colors Matthew.
Matthew is green. He's last.
Okay. And
So now the spirit marker here is going to be moving through the crowd one turn at a time, one turn this phase. And Andy can't claim a doctrine tile because his attention card didn't match that, thanks to
but I
Matthew.
can get a spectator because I have a sermon. Correct?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the two that I can take, we'll just, you guys won't be able to do anything.
Right.
And then Matthew, but he'll be able to get that anyway, so might as well,
Depends
Okay.
on, yes.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
can, because there's one right there.
And over there, too.
Yeah, if I just passed right, so I'll go here.
Oops.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
move the...
The spirit to there. So, sermon
I
card
get
get one breath back.
for my sermon.
You put that.
Doesn't matter which sermon it was
More
from.
to your left. No, doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
And then you put that
Oh, yeah, I get
spectator on one of the
Right.
intention cards that he may play secretly later, because those spectators help you out. And next would be Ryan.
And I am unable to do anything.
Because all you can do is sermon for a spectator and those spectators adjacent. So I guess that's too bad for you, and I'm in the same boat. All I have is a sermon. Can't do the doctrine tile, so too bad, so sad for me. And then it's to Matthew.
So I'll come here to pick up that tile.
Can you move that up closer to the... Yeah, there you
Yes,
go.
there we go.
And then that does move the
Yeah.
marker
so
up
this
once.
can go this way.
Yep. All right, and that's the end of the response phase. So now we do cleanup, where we will first move the avatars back to their active position. Turn tracker goes back to the beginning. We will not remove any breaths this round because this is all full. So now we will reallocate these that are on the board. We will go in reverse turn order, one per person. So green, blue, red, yellow. Let's just write clockwise. Red, yellow, green, blue, red, yellow. Alright, so these are the breaths we have for the next round. Hymn and sermon cards get replaced. If you have a sermon card that did not get used this last turn, this just gets discarded. Didn't benefit us really much at all. And those go out, and everything's good to go. And then any face down intention cards without a spectator go back into your hand. Or the face up ones as well. Yep.
Those two are the same, aren't they?
Move forward one stake, move someone else back one stake, move forward one stake. Yep.
Okay.
And the only people that can do these now are the three of us, because Andy has a spectator on his intention card now, so he can't do a sermon this turn.
Right.
So we are back at intention phase again. Putting down an intention card. Which doctrine tile do I intend to get this round? Oh boy, oh boy. That first round wasn't really very fruitful. I guess it was for you guys. I mean, not so much.
Matthew gets to do 2 cards again, right?
Yeah. Green gets to do 2 cards. Okay. All right. So
Ready?
reveal.
Ooh.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. So that's the end intention phase. We'll see what happens now.
Is this like round 1 all over?
Yeah. So perform phase, where we're going to place
Match up
our
there.
breath cubes. So, and first is yellow. Andy, prayer, hymns, or sermons.
Can't do sermons though, right?
Cannot do sermons. You can't. Correct.
Could you place this on?
The state-controlled church
Yep.
prayer. Here's your prayer cube.
Yep. And I
He's
believe
going to place that on how much he wants each of those tiles to be worth for him.
Condemn.
You place those other ones to your left a little bit.
Yep. Okay.
Then move the turn tracker to Ryan.
Let's see. I will take this sermon and move forward 1 stake. Which gives the turn back to Andy.
Oh, nice. Okay. John.
And yeah, let's see what we got. This, boy, boy, boy. Okay. All right, Ryan, you know the right thing to do. Matthew.
Put my breath on prayer.
Swearing oaths. Yeah, do you support or condemn that one?
That one I support.
All right, you get the allegiance tile.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
And move back to Ryan.
All right, I will put a prayer on this hymn. Or a breath on that hymn, I should say.
All right, it moves to Andy.
Well, I can't do much other than sing. So,
All right, and I'll put a breath on church authority. We'll mark it actually. Support that. According to Articles of Faith card. Support that, and I'll put it at 9. Mobilization. Take the allegiance tile and Matthew.
Do a sermon. So I'll move forward 1 stake. So then it's back to you, John.
It's back Wednesday. Wow. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Better do this one. Ryan?
Let's see. I will put a prayer on that tile, and I will condemn it at a level of 3.
Oh, okay, so you've made yourself known. Andy.
I think.
Yeah, you betcha. On to Matthew.
I will. I'll pass.
That's me.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
I'll pass.
I'll pass soon, though.
All right.
But not until seeing that one.
Made me do that work for us over there.
You have more cubes than I do. So.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Ryan?
And you also.
And I pass.
Oh, yeah. No more breath cubes. No choice. I'll take this one out so it's not confusing.
Why am I there?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I misplayed that.
Oh,
It's on me. I took the wrong tile here.
yeah.
I was getting greedy. I saw a 10 when I should have been looking at what I'm actually holding and playing. You know what? I'm going to pass.
All right, everyone has
I don't need
passed
that.
but me. Actually, so now how does this change that? Boing, boing, boing. Everybody's going to be going for that. However, I need to make sure to get it for Matthew, so I better do the sermon here. The last sermon, which moves someone else back one stake, and I need that to be Matthew behind me. And no more breath cubes, nothing more I want to do anyways, so I will also pass. So we determine which doctrines are the doctrine verse, the last one sung. It is just war and church authority.
Nice.
If you didn't, yep. So the ones that we have that will match that, Matthew, everybody but Andy. So now in turn order, the response phase, where should move the spirit marker to achieve those tiles? So Ryan, you are first. You have the church authority and a sermon, so
Right.
you might be able to get a spectator.
I will move to this space and take church authority, which then moves this counter forward. Correct?
Yep. So now what Ryan needs, you need three things to win. You need the allegiance tile, at least one doctrine tile, and the marker to be at or beyond your prayer cube. Only one more tile needs to be achieved for that to happen, so Ryan can score that.
Okay.
Any of us may be doing that.
And then I will turn in my sermon.
One prayer cube back for that. Or sorry, breath cube for that.
And I will take a spectator. And
Be nice.
I will choose to take this one.
Very nice. That will go on the back of an intention card.
Okay.
Andy.
So I'm going to skip over a space and come up here. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. I'm sorry, I didn't see the connectivity. I can go there. So I have my supporter here with
very
church
nice.
authority underneath it.
The spectator on that helps you out.
Spectators, so it just hangs out, right?
Yep.
Okay, but now I can slide up here and grab this one, right?
Yep.
That's sweet.
Goes on your
That's
allegiance
for me.
tile.
And then this goes up one here.
Yep. So Andy helped that move up, so now Ryan is definitely going to score on that. All right, and that moves on
Oh, thanks.
to me,
Yeah.
yep. So, I'm not going to be able to get a spectator because it's not adjacent, and I don't have any breaths to hasten a spirit to skip over blank spots, so this is going to be nothing for me, but I can get this tile here, which I will do, adjacent there. Goes on there, which moves us up one more, and that helps Andy now to be able to score that. And then on to Matthew.
So move one here. Pick up this tile. And
Doesn't go on anything yet, so none of the trackers move.
that's it for me.
Yeah, you can't get, there's no spectators adjacent because there's no path there. So that's the end of that phase. Any face-up intention cards back in your hand? Into that round. Unused sermon cards discarded.
So now my spectator came off my card.
Yep.
Now I can use it for
As a breath for a hymn.
a hymn.
Right.
Okay, got it.
So this is full, so no breath cubes will be removed this round. So we collect all of these, and they are allocated 1 per again. Green, blue, yellow. Sorry, red.
That's good.
Green, blue, yellow, red. Reverse turn order. Green, blue, yellow, red. No, it's 1 each. Green, blue, yellow, red.
All right.
I only got 4.
I have 5.
You got 5?
Oh, man, he's
Yeah,
got 6. These hymn and sermon cards get replaced. Everything else is back. Alright, so we have now move forward 2 stakes, move someone else back 2 stakes, move the martyr at the first stake to the last stake. Okay, so intention phase now. Yikes.
We're starting round 3, right?
This is the 3rd round, yeah. Yeah. Oops. This is tough to gauge. Okay, Matthew,
Yeah.
you got 2 still, right? Yep. So, reveal. Okay.
That's interesting.
Alright, so, back to first. Ryan, where would you like to place your breath cubes?
Right. Let's see. I will play a breath on a hymn. Let's go with this one here.
Right, it moves to Andy.
Okay, so this is a breath, right?
Yep.
And
You need your
first one on the
spectator.
card. So
Spectator is 1 breath on 1 hymn, 1 per hymn.
Thanks.
Yep. And onto me. Let's see. Got 2 others helping to achieve this one. So could let you all do the work. If I put that there, Andy might move it onto there, but he's fine there. So
Why would I do
know.
that?
I don't know. So maybe actually we could work over here and let Andy do his own dirty work. Matthew.
Put a breath on prayer. And that's one where, let's see here, church authority. I condemn it.
Mm.
I'm going to go for the, let's see here. I'll go for the 3. And then this will move. Because I've got the token already.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then it moves to Ryan.
All right. I will play a prayer or a breath and a hymn to move us closer to that last one.
Andy.
See, I got my own little work cut out for me there, John.
So now I don't really have a desire to rush to put prayer cubes out because I'm the only one left. But these will remove breaths from the game. So I could try for a 3rd time to get a spectator, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Am I right with, should I say these? No. Who's next? Green. I think I will. I think I'll pass. Might not be the wisest, but we'll see. Matthew.
I'm going to put 1 breath on this hymn here.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Tracker moves to Ryan.
Okay. I think I will pass.
Let's see. That's probably where I want to stop.
Think you might want to stop there?
Yeah. I could actually pay attention to my cards this round.
Oh, yeah, that would be good.
Good idea.
Let's see here. Mistakes. So I think I'm going to take the move forward 2 stakes sermon. So then
I move you forward 2 and this shifts the other 2 back.
then back to you, Andy.
I'm going to lock that in. So back to you, Matthew.
So I'll pass this round.
Okay, now.
Oh,
Yeah, I gotta look at turn order, don't I? It's
what is that? What or less? Move someone else back 2 stakes.
I can just reverse what Matthew just did. Essentially,
or
I
move
could,
the martyr at the
I
first
could
stake
move all
to
of
the
us up
last
and
stake.
Ryan to the end. Yeah, right. Is that what that means? Ryan would go last, and then we'd all move up.
Yep.
It
Yep.
isn't swapping.
Or move someone else back 2 stakes. That could only be Ryan or Matthew.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, Ryan could be back 2 stakes also.
So being right after me could be good because I might go for that supporter which is adjacent to.
That's what
Just war.
Yeah, if I could have gone first, I could have also done that to get this one.
Right.
So I'm in a
yeah.
good position, but I got to think about what you guys are going to go after. You could also go there and stop. Just
That's
to be-
not- there's no hymn that aligns with that.
Oh,
one.
right. Yeah, you can't take that, right? Ah. And even if you go there and stop, you could go 1, 2, and there and stop. But then,
That would cost me a
but
move.
I would have. Yeah, I'm gonna get you out of there. Either way, I think that's. I don't know.
See what happens.
Yeah,
Would you take move someone else back 2 stakes?
yeah, and I'm gonna move Matthew back too, and that moves me to here, you up,
And you're gonna pass?
and then I'm passing. So I'll just
Right.
go ahead and put myself in pass position.
Alright.
To reset us there for.
Okay, so let's see. The doctrine verse, the last one is swearing of oaths and just war. We have swearing of oaths. Matthews goes face down. We're
Just war.
good to go. Alright, so
Ryan's
Ryan.
first.
All right, so
No,
I have the swearing of oaths, and I shall go here. Now you can only take 1 doctrine tile
Correct.
per turn, correct?
Yep, doctrine and or
Even if you
spectator
had-
tile.
Even if you had 2 of them face up, that qualified.
Correct. Yep, just one
Right,
one
right.
per, yep.
Right, so swearing of oaths will move up 1 on the support tracker.
Because the red player took it, so moves towards that cube. Andy?
Yep. And then, so I will use my sermon,
For the spectator.
take that spectator, and then,
That immediately goes in the back of one of your intention cards.
right?
You get your breath cube back for doing the
you.
sermon.
And then I will go here and snatch this. And that, Just War is here. I'm here, so it moves me 1 spot
To the, yep.
the star there. And then I have to choose this while.
Yeah, and you put that right to the left of your just war card too, just so we can see it when you put the face down.
Put it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
All right, and thank you for doing that. So now I have the face-up card that matches the Swearing Wolves, which I'll take that one. Don't have the Allegiance tile, so it's not going to move the tracker up yet. But at least I got a tile, that's good. Matthew.
Alright, so I'm going to put one breath on the
Hasten the Spirit action.
Spirit to get over to here. Is that workable?
Yep.
Is that enough?
Yep,
All right.
skips those 2 vacant spots.
So then I pick up this tile. And then I don't
Your
have any
green
other breath.
over here,
Oh, yeah.
so that will advance
I
this
saw
one.
Yep.
And that's all, yeah? Alright, so clean up. Move this back to active positions. Let's take the breaths out. So there are 3 breaths that are going to leave the game because there are 3 open spots here. So 1, 2, 3, they are gone. The rest will get reallocated. Hasten the Spirit cubes do not get reallocated until that's full. This spectator is so thankful for the work. It's fulfilled now. So these will get reallocated first. Green, blue, yellow, red. If this was the same as last turn. Green, blue.
Yeah, Matthew just undid each other's. I undid his move.
I got 5 now. Oh, you only got 2?
2, yeah.
Oh, okay. These cards need to get replaced.
Am I the only one with the spectator hanging out with me?
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan does. Okay. Right, big
Yeah, but
minus
those-
10 on the books
If
here.
those do not get used, they're going to be minus 10 at the end of the game. So,
Yeah.
yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens. All right, so we're back at... put your face-up intention cards back in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
And we're back at intention phase. Was that the 3rd round or the 2nd round? That was 3rd round? Must
Yeah,
have
I
been
think
3rd
that
round.
was the 3rd round. Yep.
So this is 4th. Okay.
Now here's a question for our future response phase.
Yes.
With the spirit there, if it's somebody's turn to move the spirit, can they move it simply to an adjacent empty space? And not
Only
take?
you can only move it to an adjacent space that has a tile present, unless you hasten the spirit and move it farther. But now the only hasten spirit action is 1
Okay.
vacant space away, so it really might limit what is available. Ouch. Especially if you only have 2 breath cubes. Isn't that right, Matthew?
That's correct.
Okay.
Very interesting.
All right.
Well, there's,
So-
okay. Matthew did
Matthew's
2?
got second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boy, it's tricky to know what's going to happen. What did you guys choose? Just
We chose an intention card face down.
Yeah.
okay.
I have a yellow one.
Okay. Well, let's try that.
All right, and reveal. Wow.
Okay.
We're really thinking quite
Yeah.
similarly.
Yeah.
All right, so
That's
Ryan.
interesting. So
Yeah.
you guys, you 3 have focused on this both rounds, right? Was that our last round too?
The last
where
round,
we
yeah.
where we did the same.
This one?
The swearing oaths.
Yeah. Wait, or am I misremembering? Sorry.
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah, and all
yes.
3 of you did, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I did just go on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, we really got something to say about
I'm just
that.
curious, like, what's okay? All right.
Yeah, and actually,
it was interesting.
and that will only with this moving up, unless if I'm going to place a prayer cube here, that's going to be beneficial. But by them moving it up, that's not going to help them. But giving them more tiles will increase the number of tiles that multiply times the value there at the end.
Okay.
So sermons we have is move to the first stake, move back 1 stake, move forward 2 stakes, and only Matthew and I can do sermons. Matthew with 2 breaths. I don't know if you're going to be doing that. Being at a cost of
We'll
2
see,
breaths.
yeah.
We'll see. Who can tell?
Yeah.
All right, so I will play a breath on. And we'll go with this in here.
You weren't reading my mind. Andy. Oh, they got those face down cards too. That changes things up.
Mm-hmm. I know, but I'm also looking at
That you can read.
who's gonna totally screw me when they put a cube down? Like, hey, you don't get that one, Eddie. I feel like that's well, this will just drive it along to where. Boy.
All right, now I should do prayer action. I believe that yes, I do condemn the swearing of oaths. I'll condemn it at 3. I take this. The tile I already got goes on there, and we play catch up, and it moves as if it had before. All right, Matthew.
I think I'm going to pass this round.
Oh.
Pass early.
Wow. Well, you got 2. Okay.
Interesting. So now... it's kind of cat and mouse on that.
Really, yeah, that hymn
set of hymns.
The setup with what we have on the table is interesting. And with the number of cubes we all have.
Yeah.
Really made it. I think that's the only part of this game that causes anxiety for me.
What's that?
The hymns.
The anxiety?
Yeah, it creates anxiety for me. It's like, where's it going to land? I want it to stop. Oh.
Yeah. So if I play, clearly, I would like it to end on the swearing of oaths.
Yes.
And I could
As would I.
And it might stop right there.
And Andy might also with that face down card.
No, Andy really wants it too.
True. We
True.
both have face down cards too, so there's a huge dynamic here. We don't it go a lot of ways.
You have enough cubes, though. You could place something here.
I could also play one over here
away.
and put the pressure of
And mix
choice
it up,
on someone else.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do that.
All right, Andy. Pressure's on.
Yeah, that forces me to do this because I want to lock in that blue, because if anybody plays there, yeah, boy, it's funny, John.
Okay, I'm going to take move to the first stake. Which I could have taken move forward 2 stakes and have it have the same effect, but there's other people that I don't want to move to the first stake. I think. We'll see. And my turn, back to Ryan.
All right. So... so now here's an interesting dilemma. Everything on the hymn cards looks just the way I want it, and I could pass, but then that would open the door for Andy to stick it to us.
Yeah,
right.
I know.
I had him there.
But we still don't know what we have here, and maybe I don't want to stick it to you. Yes.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Although if Andy sticks it, can John unstick it? Or solve the problem?
Right, I do have John on my side, and he goes again after me.
If you're sticking it to someone, can you unstick it?
Sure, why not?
So
stick it to you. I'll
Can
just
just-
unstick
or
it.
make it less sticky for everybody by just bypassing.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll pass with the knowledge that whatever Andy does to sabotage the hymns, John can
John
fix.
will likely undo.
Which puts the pressure on Andy to not sabotage it and waste his breath. I hope.
I'm just trying to score some points. You're deducing what you had left on that junk card?
Wait, which cards do I have?
Yeah.
Yeah, which card do I have there? No, I was just checking to see what I'm not playing with.
All right. Yeah.
Whatever.
You got 2 left. We could just bypass everybody. Team sabotage.
Turn order. It's like,
Yep. You could move back 1 stake and be last and turn over.
that may be beneficial.
well, yeah, there's that
You
too.
never
Like,
know,
do I
right?
actually use my last 2 cubes to move forward? No, I don't.
It might be late in the game, too, to get a spectator. Could see, I'm not sure.
But if I pass, John could screw me just for having some fun.
Yeah. We'll see. All right, going for it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Well, you bypassed what I need.
Well, you can just go to what you need there.
Yeah,
I mean,
but is Andy going to move right by it just for a good time? So first, though, I'm okay with that. Okay, Andy. Interesting. I'll pass. Andy, you're out of breaths, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we see church authority and swearing of oaths. If you don't have that, your card goes face down. We'll see what those guys have face up when it gets to be their turn, or face down, if they want. I am first, and I do have this doctrine eligible, but I can't quite reach it unless I do hasten the spirit here, which will skip over this vacant one to put me adjacent to. Does it matter if I do the spectator first or the swearing of oaths first? Who's next? Ryan. Ryan also wants to get that. I don't necessarily want you to do that, but ooh, you got breaths. Oh, you can't hasten it. Interesting. So maybe that does matter. Who's after that? Yeah, maybe that's okay. We'll see. So I'm actually going to take the swearing of oaths first. Moves it up one more, but it's not going to matter for achieving that. And then I will take the spectator here.
Don't take that spectator instead.
Is that what you wanted me to
That
do?
person just looks nicer.
yeah.
But this one's all dressed in blue. And so I'll put that on a intention card now. And move that to Ryan.
And I am then stuck. Because though I still have breaths, hasten the spirit
Is
is
full.
full.
Does
so it
your
cannot be
face down
played.
card match either of those?
And if it does, do you want to
Well,
use it?
but it must be... It must qualify, right?
Yeah, it has
Yeah,
to be
it's
the
not
church
just-
authority or swearing of
Neither of
oaths.
those
Okay.
even are in play.
I see, yeah.
And I don't have a sermon to take another spectator. So I am stuck. And it moves to Andy.
As am I. Moving on to Matthew.
As am I.
Wow. All that debating about this, and look, what happened?
Whoa!
That's it.
whose fault is that really?
That's a classic example, though, of the play I made was in hopes of something opening up here, but I didn't think we were going to be right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I didn't know where the spirit was going there. So that was intense.
Okay, so let's take these out. 3 cubes will be removed from the game. Hasten the Spirit does get out because it's full. Reallocate these. Replace the cards, please. We got breaths for green, yellow, red, blue. Green, yellow, red, and blue. I got 3.
Ooh. 4.
2. Ouch. Those are all back. Tension cards face up, go back in your hand. Okay, What do we have for sermons? Move forward 1 stake, switch stakes with the second stake, switch stakes with the first stake. And Matthew's the only one that can do sermons this round because we have spectators on our card.
Stuck with them. Okay. All right.
So, intention phase. Which doctrine we tend to get? Ooh, nasty. You can really do some damage there, Matthew, with the turn order.
Yeah, I was just looking at.
It may just be
Where is this going?
It may just be a crapshoot with
Yeah.
whatever he does.
Yeah.
It's kind of going to be in his hands, I think.
Well, especially because he and Ryan have the most breaths too. I'm
Oh,
really
yeah.
just at,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
at the mercy of
Yeah.
what happens here to what other people say to you.
Yikes, I gotta get that. So, ouch. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know what this is gonna do. Actually, second thought. Okay, let's try this. Alright.
Are we?
You ready?
You got
Wait,
two.
you got 2, Matthew?
Yep.
Alright. Reveal. We got a little of everything.
Yeah, it's the most diverse round yet.
Okay. Alright, so first, let's see. Oh, dang, that's really benefiting you. Look at Matthew's last, and he could go either way there if he gets his way. But there. You know, I'd like to pass and just let you guys do some work, but keeping these breaths out of the economy means 4 is going to go. So I really should put one more out there. And let's see. Where do I stand on Just War? Maybe I'll do that because I support that. It's already at that level. So if I do get it, then at least I get those points straight away. Or scoring potential anyways. Alright. That might be good. Might not be. Ryan.
Am I penalized? Or is it just not scored?
It just wouldn't score if you don't get
Yeah.
the doctrine top
Right.
for that.
Okay. Same as if you don't get to where you would need to be over here. Just 0.
Yep.
Doesn't count against. It's the only thing that really counts against here is my.
Yeah. Any spectators that are not flipped off the card and used onto him, the negative 10 points.
Andy?
I'm passing.
Wow.
I got 2 breaths. I
It's
gotta.
me already.
I'm winded. I gotta just take it easy over here. Take a round up.
So I'm going to spend 2 breaths going, switching places with the first stake.
Less than ideal for some of us.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, for some of me.
Alright, so Ryan, your turn.
Okay, so turn order will not change from here on out.
Yeah. To the benefit or detriment of some of us. Who that is, well, remains to be seen.
Well, I will put a breath on this him here.
It moves it to me. Let's see. Kind of alright. Well, Matthew. Who passed? Oh, Andy passed. kind of alright with y'all doing the breath work yourself. Nobody can do any more prayers, because all the prayer cubes are gone. Let's see. Put a breath here. Matthew's okay with that, unless he really wants that one. If I put it here to work down to that. How many breaths you got left? 2 left?
Yep.
You might do that to go farther. Actually, maybe I think... Okay, would that make you use those up? Matthew?
Alright, yeah, I'll go here. Right.
Okay.
I feel like these face-down cards are really driving this round.
Yeah.
How can you tell?
The ungame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're looking at the face-up cards and it just doesn't mean anything. Ooh, Randy's going for that? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it's on it right now. I mean, he's got just 4 rocking.
For now.
Yeah, for now.
I think when I chose, wish I could go back and choose differently.
Unbreathe those.
My,
intention.
intention.
Yeah. That'd be nice if we could choose those after this came out.
I didn't right. I didn't map out the progression of the hymns. And now I'm in a similar spot where I know John's happy as long as we have the swearing of oaths. Matthew would like the swearing of oaths as well as the church one. So he is likely going to drive that one to the church and that one to the swearing of oaths.
He's only got 1 cube. You can't
He's
do
only
both.
got 1 cube.
Yeah.
That is
Try to
true.
make a choice.
Or
if you
just leave
play
it.
here, then wherever I put my cube, it'll drive it to the
Right.
state-controlled church.
And plus, it's
John is
because of the
after me.
sparsity out here of tiles, Hasten the Spirit is going to
Right.
possibly make
Yeah,
a difference depending on who has breaths left.
yeah, that's right.
I think I'm just going to pass.
Yeah, I'm good. Matthew, do as you wish.
All right, I'm going to put 1 more breath there.
All right, and then you're done because you don't have any more.
That's right.
Sweet.
All right, so we have state-controlled church and just war. If you don't have those cards, flip them down.
Okay.
All right, and Matthew, you are first for response phase.
All right, so I'm going to come this way, pick up this tile. And that's it for me, for that part.
So that moves the marker up for you as well.
Sorry,
Right.
Ryan.
The tracker up there moves up
Oh, yeah,
one.
thank you.
Right, that actually worked out well for me because my spectator was helping me with Just War.
Nice
So I will
call.
go next door and claim that tile. Spectator leaves.
Spectre
the
stays
window?
near player area to be a hymn breath. leader.
Correct. I'll add that there, and I will move. Could you move the flame over 1 towards red? Thank you.
Well done. Andy.
All right. So I can. Glad I saved my cubes. I can hasten the spirit and hop over 2 and then smash that one.
Yep.
Did I do that correctly? The counting?
I believe so, yeah.
I moved. Yeah, I moved to that one, and then I can.
Yep, and then whatever's adjacent to, right?
Right. So then I got a second there.
Yeah, and then moves the tracker up. Over there.
Just for
All right, met my goal. Nice.
All right, and I got nothing. Can't move close to anything. Wow. Look at all these tiles over here and so lonely. All right, so I got nothing. End of that round. So 3 breaths will get removed. Those 3 empty spaces, they are out. 5 breaths are coming back. Allocated. First turn order: blue, yellow. You're not yellow. Give that yellow. Red, green, blue. I got 3 breaths.
Wow.
I have a breath.
You have got 1. Yeah, well, they are sparse now.
4, 2. Okay.
So for those that want the game to continue, you got to make sure that Matthew gets some breaths back. However, you're able to do that. Back to active positions.
When any one person doesn't get breaths,
As soon as one person in that cleanup phase does not have any breaths given back to them, game over immediately. And it goes to final scoring,
And
which
now
could happen this
well, he's
this
first
round.
in player order right now, so that's one way. If he's last in
Right.
player
Oh,
order,
yeah.
he'd likely be
It's a good time to move Matthew to
last.
end of the player.
So what do we have?
Except for we can't. Oh, Ryan can do sermon.
Move someone else back one stake.
Move someone else back 2 stakes. Move someone else back 1 stake. Move forward 1 stake. Wow.
Matthew can't do a sermon. Only Ryan can do sermon.
Yeah.
So we can't get Matthew to the back, but we get him second to last if we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could just let the game end this round.
Yeah, and there's also tiles out here. Oh boy, that's so far away.
No, I was looking like, and we can only hasten the spirit once.
Yeah, so
Spot.
like everybody's looking at that one tile,
That's the only one.
and and you two are the only ones. Like we don't need it. We shouldn't even go for it.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, why are we here? Wow. Okay, so we're here to potentially. We want to keep it rolling.
What are we going for?
Whatever we want. It's a wide open field.
Yeah, it's not even a secret. I'll go ahead and reveal it. No.
I don't got anything yet.
Oh, I mean, who knows?
That's
what we
like
would
Oh yeah, I don't know what I'd be choosing this round.
I was just flipping.
Well, yeah, I got 2 anyway, so
Okay, we'll play nicer.
it's really gonna. I don't know. It's not even really gonna matter. It really is inconsequential what I choose. So face it there.
Other than you could snatch it from us and then we can't get it. That's the only thing.
Yeah,
is possible
yeah.
there.
The only thing. Yeah, it's either gonna be sabotage here in the hymns or
Or sabotage on the board.
yeah, he's in the spirit just right over here.
Because you can take this and then just so we don't get it.
True. Yeah. If
It's that one tile.
I can't have it,
It's
nobody
all we can
can.
get this whole game, this whole round.
this
right?
round, yeah, yep.
Okay.
That one.
Wow.
All right, Matthew. What do you want?
I'm gonna pass. Well, I have one breath. I can't do a sermon. And,
All right.
All right, then it was me.
Ryan.
I will use the spectator on a hymn,
Yeah.
so that this does not cost me 10 points at the end of the game,
Yeah, I've been shafted with it.
I'm gonna be shafted too.
and we'll go ahead and put it right here.
Make them work a little bit. Andy. Alright, that moves it to me. So, I would sure like, so 4 breaths are going to get removed no matter what. If you guys, Matthew's not going to get a breath this turn, I don't think. Well, I don't know.
But if I have one
not,
still?
unless you, oh yeah, you passed. Yeah, you passed. Okay, so we might be safe.
But
then.
only if you hasten the
Unless
spirit.
I move you. Well, no, you'll get it
right,
anyways.
yeah, if I hasten the spirit.
If Matthew, that's
Yeah,
the other thing too.
that's
Is
true,
if you
yeah.
don't want Matthew to get this tile, the only way you can screw him is if you move him out of first player turn order. He's going to get that with his one breath.
Yeah, so actually, where is it? If it's going to move up green, he's
So,
going to
yeah,
have
why would
another
I-
one. I want you to. Oh, well. do-
So back up, like why would we activate the hymn thing for Matthew unless we move him out of turn order?
yeah, he passed.
I only had 2 cubes, so if
But it's like, if we're not getting a hymn for anybody, I mean, because this is the only thing we can do, even if we end the round by not doing
Yeah.
doing anything. So it's really just, oh boy.
As long as there are 4 cubes out there, though, wouldn't we play at least one more round?
Yeah, then we'd go
Okay.
for that thing one more time.
Okay.
At the same time, if we don't let Matthew take that one, then nothing changes the next round, and the spirit stays there.
Yeah, right. So we should want it to move. But then you
So
and I
that-
are in an interesting position because we're not going after those
You're still not
doctrines.
gonna get
So,
there.
so it's like,
but Matthew will hasten the spirit, and that'll clear that, and that would allow more progress
oh,
to
that's
these.
true.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
true. It
all
opens
right.
up
So
more.
yes, please, Matthew, please get that.
All right. I'll do what I can.
That's interesting. Please help me out 2 more rounds.
And then I will just pass.
Although, in order to have more rounds, there has to be more breath out there, right?
Yeah, which if he hastens it, he might not. He's not going to get any.
Those will come off the board, though.
Oh, that's
But
true.
there would
Those will
be right. Okay.
Oh, that's
yeah.
4. Yeah,
If
yeah.
he does that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I pass.
Well, even though it's past my bedtime, I think I'll...
Yeah. So breaths are gonna. If he hastens, I think that's okay. So I think we're good. All right. So I pass. Interesting.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I-
So it is doctrine of state-controlled church. If you don't have that, face down. All right. And Matthew, you are first.
So I will hasten the spirit
What?
to come over here, pick that one up.
And moves the tracker one more.
Oh yeah.
Here?
Let's see. Yes, that
Yeah,
one.
Andy's
Oh,
grateful
that's
for
good
that.
you, yeah.
Except I'm not scoring yet.
Moves to
I see.
Brian.
And I got nothing.
Moves to Andy. Can't do anything.
Nope.
Can't get close to it. And same me neither. All right. So breaths come off all 4, so we get 1 back each. Reverse turn order is not going to matter. You're back at 5, right where you started from.
five.
Wow.
Full of breath.
Power player over there.
All right. Inhale, endure phase, and cleaning up. All right. Now we have move forward 2 stakes. Move the martyr at the first stake to the last stake. Move to the first stake.
Did we refresh those?
Yes. Yep. So back to intention phase. Put your face-up intention cards back in your hand. No. Okay. Okay. Oh, here did you? Well, it won't matter. But
You never took a spectator, did you? Again. Ryan got rid of his.
There's one point where I was trying to, but it didn't work out. But then it felt like it was a
It
little
is
late.
really interesting how. I mean, I got this first round. I just
Yeah.
haven't had a chance.
really, first round.
Yeah, I got it right away. And,
Wow.
just haven't been able to. Or second, maybe. First or second, but yeah.
I've had 2. This is my third one.
But it's that. It's just not. Yeah.
Third spectator, but our third attempt.
Yeah.
This is the only time I actually got one. Oh wow, that's interesting. You set?
Yeah, no, but
All right.
All right.
Wow, you guys.
All right.
He's got control of the hymn board too,
Oh yeah, he can
Oh
really grab
yeah,
that.
he's got
if
breaths,
you want. So
breaths to spare.
I've got 1 breath, so I'm gonna get started with a pass.
all right.
Ryan.
I will go ahead and put some breath onto one of the 2 hymns. Let's.
Ryan's got enough breath to drive it to the bottom for both of those to just dwarf if he wants, and we can't.
We can just sit and watch.
Let's go.
Yeah, he can't get.
But then
back.
again, he can't get to just dwarf. We don't clean out for him.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So he doesn't want turn order to change. That'd be a shame if it did. Andy.
And at least one of the hymns has to land on something that allows
Yeah,
stuff to get
yeah.
cleared out of the way.
Well, that's what I was saying. Is for him to get just war, someone else has to go first.
Yeah, and specifically get state-controlled church. Just by
Just
way of
saying.
illustration.
Yeah, the stars have to align quite perfectly.
Yeah,
Well, so
pretty much
And
requires.
that's
a
where I
little
was
bit
so
of
torn
coordination
on my
and planning.
intention card. Because I could have gone one of like 2 or 3 different ways.
Oh,
And the
yeah.
unknown is where the hymns are going to end and turn order.
Sean,
Yeah. Let's see. It's not going to stop there.
really?
let's see. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Might be okay being last. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Did you guys figure it out?
2-player game.
Andy, your turn.
He's not going to stop it. Just war.
If you play here, it would take him 2 breaths to get there, or 2 breaths either way. I guess either way it's the same.
But you don't know what I have here either.
That's true, I don't.
I do.
Yeah, you can figure it out. It's,
Yeah.
which makes for an interesting dynamic. But yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna push this one to blue. Quite right.
Right, now you're out of breaths.
Everyone else has passed.
Everybody else has passed. Alright, so Matthew is first when we move the spirit.
He has a breath to hasten.
He does, but he can also just take that guy right there.
But does he want?
I don't think I would be that mad, though. If there was a hymn that had this, I'd be so happy.
I'm sure you
Because
would.
that happens.
And he doesn't care if the other ones go up because he's already achieved his. So it's not like he's got an ulterior motive to make sure it goes over there.
Right. And also, what good does it do me to save these 3 breaths?
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
I may as well put it in the hands of Matthew to drive the spirit where he chooses.
We've got 4 breaths out there, so it will go one more round.
Oh, right.
Oh no, so sorry, 4 breaths will go out if he puts one. One more has to go in at least.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. It's all up to Ryan. Yeah. So do you want to end it? The power's in your hand right now. You could pass, and it would end the game.
That is a fair point.
End the game after the end of this round. Yeah.
That's true. Where's everybody at on meeting their goals would be the question that I would have then.
I've met yours.
I've met all but one.
Met.
I've met all mine, but if I don't get a blue, I don't score it.
You've met all yours, Ryan.
So Andy's sitting at...
Yeah, I've met mine.
Yeah,
And
Matthew's
I'm
met
also
his.
down 10. So is John.
Yeah.
That's
John and I are gonna, have a hard time.
And I'm sitting at
I think you're sitting
16
you're
and
sitting pretty.
24.
Yeah.
Matthew's throttling us right there. And have you met all 3 of your goals?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So I am going to be able to get, I think, 2 points net on this one. So just look out for that.
Overall,
If
Matthew.
it pushes you over the top.
Matthew's got a
Because-
pretty clear lead. So
I don't know if I'm clear lead
Think so?
looking at Ryan.
What is he?
I think you're right there with him.
How many
so
tiles does Matthew have on the...
Is it 3?
3.
Yeah.
But those aren't scoring
what?
a ton.
4.
what color is he?
4.
in?
4. So 12 plus. He's got
12.
22 just on that one right there.
And has he met the
Yep.
swearing
Yep.
of oaths goal?
Yep, he's past that. Yep. I've got
So that
222. No.
He's got 9 there, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue the game then. I am going to move this up.
Oh yeah, Andy's got it.
Because Andy would be
He's
out.
got a pass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pass,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's it, and then I shall pass.
All right. Okay, so we're at Just War and State-Controlled Church. You don't have the others. Put them face down. So here we go. We'll see what happens. Matthew, you're gonna go 2. Go 1, 2. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
That worked
That's
out well.
And it goes on.
Okay.
Moves it up one more. It'd be inconsequential, but it moves up one more.
So now, is this the part where this tile can leapfrog up to there?
No.
Mine goes up. They both shift up.
Oh, okay. That works for me too.
It's actually a negative 200. Oh.
Why?
Interesting.
Because I can't get that now.
Just war moves.
I don't have any cubes to hasten the
to
spirit
do
one spot.
hasten- Oh, okay.
Okay, so Andy, you got nothing?
No, man.
I tried to set the course as
I'm done.
being less.
You don't have
cutthroat this
anything?
round,
Well, no, I can't. I can't hasten the spirit,
Yes. Okay, so I can't
this
get
is
this.
empathy.
However, ba-ba-da-ba. Oh man, that's a close call. So I can get this, just war, and boink, and goes up one more again. Doesn't matter over there, but I get this spectator off of there to prevent a negative 10. Everybody's down to that phase. Inhale and endure. 4 cubes are out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh. 2 are coming back.
And we're playing another round. That's me and Matthew.
Blue
No,
and red.
Matthew doesn't get one.
Blue and red. You guys are out.
Yeah, we're out.
Blue and red. Blue and yellow.
Blue and yellow. Sorry. Blue and
Yellow.
I'm not out. Matthew's out.
Matthew's
out.
out. No breath. So that's it.
Amen.
That's it. Oh boy. Okay. Well. All right. So final scoring. You want to score? I'll walk through my scoring just to do this out loud. Let's start here. For swearing of oaths, I did meet the threshold here. So this is going to score. Each tile will score 3 points. So I got 2 of those.
I think we can note that all thresholds are met except for your blue.
Correct, yes. So these each score at 3 points each, so 6 points plus 2, that's 8. Church authority did not meet the threshold, so this scores 0. Just war did pass the threshold there with the marker. Each tile of mine will be 3 points, so it's 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. Minus 10, so I score 3. I'm at 3. Who wants to go next?
All right. To me?
Sure, Ryan.
All right, so I met my goal here. 4 points per tile, so I've got 14 there. And then on the swearing of oaths, I met my goal, 4 points per tile, so I've got 14 there. And then on just war, I met my goal there at 3 points per tile, so 3, 6, and 6 is 12. So
Plus
14, 28, and 12 makes
40. Nice job. Okay. Andy?
So 0 here because I didn't get a tile. 6 each, 1 tile, so that's 12. This one I bid at 4, so 18 plus 10, or 18 total, right? So 18, 12 is 30, minus 10, I'm at 20.
All right.
Right? Did I have that right?
Sounded right. Yeah.
Yep. 20.
Matthew?
So for this one, I've got 1 worth 3, and then the minus 1, so that's 2. And then here it's let's see here.
Where are you here?
1 worth 3. Yep. Plus the 6 is 9. So that
You're at 11.
And then here, each of these is worth 4.
4.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 10 is 26. So 26 plus 11 puts me at
37.
37. Yep.
4. So Ryan with 40. Matthew 37. You had 20. And I think I had some single digit number that I don't remember. Okay.
Nice.
That's
All right.
that. That was
Good game.
not
That's
so
an interesting
not so
end. A little
Yeah, this
distant race through the
Right.
empty crowd.
this
yeah.
opening over here was bizarre, and then to shoot over there, I thought I was going to go another round, but well, I guess it sure didn't.
You might have got rid of your minus 10.
It would have been one more round. I was pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little disappointed that it didn't. That it ended over there and didn't end up going that far, but so be it. All right. Okay, that's
game.
the end. That's the end. Thanks a lot for watching. You have any questions, comments, feel free to post below, and I'll answer them. I answer any questions as soon as I can. Thanks a lot.